Works good at heights. I would suggest too getting a level with the no dog on it, or just the no dog by itself. This helps when you're bending offsets and you want your offset to come out straight, on point, not have a dog leg, and it hits the word no dog for this. So how you're supposed to do it is put a cup link on the end of your pipe that you're bending. Tighten it pretty snug, and then put this, see how it unscrews? Well, you want to tighten this up to your conduit or to your cup link, tighten it up there, and then put it level when it's time to bend, so that way your offset comes out perfect, even. So that's always good. Here I have DeWalt bits, nothing too fancy. Got my tape measure, Stanley Fat Max, and this I've been through about 6 or 7 tape measures. A couple of them lost, stolen, but here Stanley has probably one of the best tape measures out there. For one, that magnet, super strong. 2, the tape measures are nice and big, and you can see them from, I like the Milwaukee ones just because of the clip that you put onto your belt. It's nice, and it won't, it keeps it tight. The Stanley kind of falls off sometimes, especially if I have a harness on. But one thing too, I got to tell you new guys that are coming out into electrical, and a lot of the journeymen can verify with me too, is that all these lines are here for a reason, guys. Okay, just because it says 3/16 doesn't mean round to a quarter of an inch or an eighth. It means 3/16. So one thing I've learned in the electrical field is that craftsmanship can cost you your job. So please, guys, those lines are there for a reason. In this bag I have bit extensions, like my 7/16, 9/16, all for my impact. It's always good to keep a lot, especially if you don't need them right away. You will need them one day, so it's always good to have a little bag of those. All right, now to the good stuff. So in this side of the bag, I keep a couple open-end wrenches, 2 that I need the most, which will be a 9/16 and a 1/2 inch. Keep a 7/16 too, but I think that's the ones in my truck. But anyways, very good. Just keep a few. I don't need all of them. I don't need to carry around a 100-pound bag with me, to try to fit every tool. Even though it would be nice, I don't need it. Got a pair of channel locks. It's always good to have more than one pair of channel locks. I've seen the Nipex ones. I like those. I might try out those, but these channel locks, you can never go wrong with these channel locks. I've tried the DeWalt ones. DeWalt tried to come out with the pair of channel locks, and thought it'd be kind of cool, but waste of money. They don't bite down hard enough. These last. Do have a smaller pair. These I found at my grandfather's house. Nice pair of Nipex or Nipex. Excuse me if I'm saying it wrong, but these work pretty good too. I still like the blue channel locks, but nothing wrong with these. This right here is a heavy-duty screwdriver, or a multi-bit screwdriver. So here you have different bits on each end. I think it's like a 10 in 1. They make an 11 in 1, but since this one's a heavy duty, it's a little bit bigger and it's less bits, but has everything I need on it. At first I bought a Milwaukee one, 11 in 1, but it didn't really last like how I wanted to. Didn't meet up to par, but this Klein one has lasted me, and gotta give it to Klein. It's always good to have a demolition screwdriver. This is just an old beat up one. Good to hit shit with and pry open stuff. That way you don't have to waste your hard-earned money on a screwdriver that's nice. Just get a beat up one. Here I have my foreign ones, people call them. I went with the Duralast brand because that shoulder or that head, however you want to call it, is pretty long, and compared to the Huskies and the gear wrench, this one will grab it a lot better. So I've actually been referred to buy this brand. My first time, you know, like I just started, I've been out here for a year. So when I first started, they told me to go ahead and get with the Duralast one. So I was working with some good guys that taught me a lot, and you know, showed me some things too. So if you need a 4-in-1 ratchet, you know, it has your 3/4, your 9/16, 11/16, 5/8. So the smaller one too, which I use the most, really, for 7/16 and 3/8. I would if you need a 4-in-1 ratcheting wrench, I would go ahead and go with this Duralast brand. That's where it's at. And here is my 6-in-1. Huge, right? Huge. There's another bit on top of here. I keep it in here because I don't really need it. It's more for really small, like 1/4 inch, and forgot the other one. But here I have my 7/16, which I use a lot. I have a 9/16. Let's see if I can get it. There we go. Let's see, a 9/16, and then a 3/8, and then at the bottom of this one is a 5/16. So this one I use all the time, and it is pretty big, but the fact that you have 6 nut drivers in one, I mean, who can beat that? Here is where I keep some of my sockets. So I got pretty much the most common ones I use. This one goes at the end of this nut driver right here, but since I don't really use it, I'm not gonna throw it away. I'll just toss it in there. Always good to have an adapter. Have plenty of these. Here I have a stubby multi-bit, and this works too when you can't really use that. The long, where'd it go? Here it is. Long screwdriver. It's good to have a stubby. Small crescent wrench when you're dealing with maybe straps or some hard to reach places. It's always good to have a small baby crescent wrench. Here I keep some grease. Anytime you putting in a screw or threads or anything like that, it's always good to use some grease. Also, I have a set of Allen wrenches. This is my first pair I bought. So I kind of went with 2 brands, DeWalt and Klein Tools, just to see which, you know, how they matched up to each other. And I like the DeWalt a little bit better, but it's just Allen wrenches, you know, you don't have to go too expensive. Here I have a drill and some other things. So here's how I normally keep my drill. I like the rigid one, especially with the 4 amp battery. That's a beast right there. And I got a hammer drill. It's brushless. This works really good in the field, especially industrial. You know, anything less than brushless is kind of it's just kind of difficult. I got a speed square. It's good when you're cutting unistrut. When you're I have a bigger square too. That's good to check bends on a 90. If you don't have anywhere level to put it, you can just, you know, put the back end of the 90 on the edge right here and measure across to see if your 90 is good or not. That always works, but it's always good to have a square. Here I have my snips and my knife, Klein's. These work last. I kind of didn't need to do this, but somebody told me that one day they're gonna start falling out, so I might as well do it now. So I just did. But it's a pretty good brand. This pair of snips doesn't come with the pouch and the knife. It's actually the one with this handle, like on both sides. But I like this one, so I went ahead and bought this one. It was like 18 bucks, I think. Not too bad. It's always good to have a box cutter. Out in the field, they tell you it's not good to have a box cutter, but it's always good to keep one just in case. Just use it when nobody's looking. And this tool I've used probably one time since I bought it, but I thought it was pretty cool. I just like tools, so I'll buy anything that I think looks good. Regular crescent wrench, nothing too fancy. It's always good to have more than one tool, especially if you can keep in your box and, you know, use. Here I have a little extension with my ratchet. Here I have a cheap pair of crimpers. Bought this at Advanced Auto Parts, I think, and I mean, it works good. It gets the job done. I'm usually crimping grounds with these. Nothing. I don't use them too much, just when I'm running conduit and then we flex it and put the ground in. Can't ever go wrong. Now these babies here, this is my first set of wire strippers. Man, these are badass, dude. It looks kind of dirty right here on the side because one flaw that I had with these was the handles kept falling off, and I put glue and stuff, sticky stuff at work that I thought would hold it, and it's kind of held up. But man, everything about this I love. Like the spring, it feels good in your hands. Easy to lock. Some people complain about the lock right here. This is the first generation, I think, of wire strippers they made. They have a second gen that's pretty cool, but I like these. And you can cut bolts, small bolts. The cuttings on here though for stripping and just cutting wire are good. And also it has a needle nose. It's nice and thin, so it can, man, it's just, if you need a pair of wire strippers, I suggest to buy these, definitely. And that's about it for my bag. I feel like I had a lot more tools, but guess not. But I got a lot more in my box. I hope to do a review on those too, because I have some other tools I think you guys would like. Maybe you've never seen before. I've never really seen a lot of people with these 6-in-1s. Maybe you didn't know Klein had these, but these are pretty badass. So I would definitely pick this up. And it also has a wrench assist too. So if you know you're dealing with a nut or a screw that's kind of hard to take off, you can put your crescent wrench here and help give you some torque. But man, these are all my tools, guys. I hope you like them. Maybe I showed you something that you've never really seen before, or you know, kind of new to the electrical field. But just to give y'all a quick some quick tips too. There's gonna be a lot of people out there that think they know what they're doing. They like to, you know, mess around and not take work seriously. You don't want to be one of those guys. You want to go out there, do good work. Even if you don't really know a whole lot, make sure everything comes out squared up, level, and straight. You'll never go wrong. Just keep your mind open. Always want to learn. You'll do good. So I hope this helps y'all. Gave y'all some quick tips. For sure, let's say if you were just to start out, you don't need to buy a pair of needle nose. Okay, that's not what you need when you first start out. You need a level. It could be any level. It doesn't have to be this no dog one. It could be any level, right? You need 2 pairs of channel locks. 2 pairs. A set of these ratcheting wrench. You know what? You don't even need that to start off. You just need a regular wrench, right? If you're just starting out, crescent wrench. Oh, I think I got my dikes here. These dikes here are too, man, these just, they last. But sorry. Level, measuring tape right here. Anyone is fine. Just like I said, these are here for a reason. These lines, damn it. These lines are here for a reason. 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, 3/16, 5/16. They're all there for a reason. Get you a nice screwdriver. Okay. And as far as starting out, man, that's really all you need. Don't need a whole lot. You're not going to be terminating. You're not going to be, you know, doing anything. Oh, and where they go? Rabbit ears. You need a pair of rabbit ears to cut ground, cut big cable, cut wire. When you're pulling wire, you're probably going to be pulling wire. So that's pretty much all you need is a pair of rabbit ears, nice screwdriver, 1 level, a couple pairs of channel locks, and a crescent wrench. To start off, that's it. You'll get all these tools. You'll get more tools as you grow. So see y'all next time.